Okay, Graphing Lab 1B. To get started, let's go to mode. Make sure we're in normal, scientific. I'm gonna scroll all the way down. I need stat diagnostics on, stat wizard on. Second, quit. I'm gonna go to stat. I've already got those entered in. Stat, edit, and I've typed in L1 time, L2 distance, L3 want 1 over L2, but I don't want to type all these. So I went over, and then I'm going to go up to L3, hit enter. Now I can do 1 divided by second L2. And hit enter. It should populate that list. L4 needs to be log of L2. Up, enter, log, second L2. And L5 is meant to be L1 squared. Up, enter, second L1 squared. Okay. I have all those in. Let me go ahead and get out of here. Be careful not to hit clear. Second, quit. I'm going to check my Y is empty. It is. I'm going to go to second stat plot. These should all be off. I'm going to turn 1 on at a time. And the first graph will be L1 versus L2. That looks good. Graph. Zoom down to number 9. Zoom stat. There's my bit thing. I want to take a picture of this. Get ready to upload it in a little bit. Looks fairly straight, not wonderful. So then, second stat plot. Number 1 needs to be L1 versus L3. Second L3. Graph. Zoom 9. Definitely doesn't look straight. I'm going to snap a picture of that so I can upload it. Second stat plot. Number 1. L1 versus L4. Second L4. Graph. Zoom 9. Sort of straight, not really great. Okay. One more. Stat. Oh, I forgot to tell you to take a picture for that last one. Oh, wait a minute. This one we're doing L5 in the Y. Let's do that. Versus L2. I imagine this is going to be a straight line. Graph. Zoom 9. Looks pretty darn straight, but maybe I'm not sure. So let's figure out how to check. I'm going to snap a picture of that. Alright, now I'm going to go back to stat. Calculate. I'm going down to number 4. And I'm just going to do it for all 4 graphs real quick. This is calculating the linear regression, which is our best fit line. R squared, the closer it is to 1, the better. So that one looks pretty darn good. So then stat. If it's 1, it's perfect. Calculate. And this having this wizard on is what gives me this view here. Second L3. If you don't have the diagnostics on, it won't show you R squared and R. It'll just show you the equation for line. That looks terrible. Stat. Calculate. Number 4, linear regression. L1 versus L4. Enter. Looks worse than the first one. Stat. Now I like this one best. So this needs to be L5 versus L2. Now squaring that, and this looks like it's that squared, so it should clearly be a straight line. But let's calculate it. So definitely a straight line. There you go. Maybe I want to save this equation instead of having to write this down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. So stat calculate. And this one I'm going to get fancy. I'm going to go to form. And before I hit run, I'm going to go to store regression equation. I'm going to hit this variables button. Go over to Y variables. Hit number 1. I'm going to choose one of these functions to store it in. And so calculate. It calculates that. But now in my Y equation, I have my graph, my equation there. So if I go to the graph, it'll draw the best fit line out for me. And we could snap a picture of that if we wanted to. So required of you is to turn in these 4 graphs. So let's go ahead and clear all this out. And there's a couple of different ways. You can go down to clear list. You can also go to edit and up and clear, enter, up, clear, enter. Sorry for the jarring there. Up, clear, enter, up, clear, enter. One more. Up, clear, enter. All right, this one I need to type these in. Let's do 5. Now, if you don't have the same number of entries, notice this one is entry 1 in list 2, then it'll give you all kinds of errors. So just kind of double check those as you go. Got something sticking on my keyboard. Wonderful. Oh no. That's probably my emulators. Let's see, 3.3. And 2.5. There we go, excellent. And so then L3, they tell me should be L2 squared. Second, L2. Oh, that will just put it in this one place, right? So it's going to give me an error. Usually you can hit go to. And I'm going to hit clear. And I'm going to go up. Select that. And now I can do L3 needs to be L2 squared. L3 needs to be L4 needs to be L1/2 or square root of L2. So I'm going to go up, enter, second, x squared, that gives me my square root. And it's of L2, second, L2. Those of you don't have to close parentheses if it's the last thing. Enter, and 1 over L2. I'm getting L2 by the second and then 2, by the way. Eyeball them. Make sure they're all even. Good. Okay. Going here. Up. This is my previous data, so I'm going to clear that out. That was under y equals. Now I'm going to go to stat plot on L1 versus L2. Now you could try and plot them all on the same graph, but the ranges are different enough. Zoom 9. Snap a picture. That's one of the required graphs. Second, stat plot. L3. Graph. Zoom 9. Doesn't look straight. Stat plot. L1 versus L4. It's not very straight, but it's there. Snap a picture. L1 versus L5 for the last one. So you see the advantage of having set all of them up at once while we were there, so that we can just kind of go through these and see which ones look straight. That looks fairly straight. So let's see here. Not really sure which one was the best. So I'm going to go calculate 4 L1 versus L2. Calculate. I'm going to 0.839. I doubt we need that one. It's not very good. 4. That's even worse. Which that picture was showed a clear curve, right? Stat. Calculate 4. Okay. 0.9065. Assuming I got all my data right. Stat. I'm gonna edit that. Let's look at it. Make sure nothing looks funny. Looks fine. I was particularly worried about L2. That's where I had a little struggle. Alright, and one more stat. Calculate 4 versus L5. There you go. That looks like a straight line. 0.99977. That's going to be my winner. That's my straight line. So what I want from you is 4 graphs for the first one with a note saying which one was the best line, which was the 4th line. And then I want the 4 graphs here with a note saying which one was best. Again, here I saw it was the 4th, and we're basing it because of the R squared. And that's all we need. Thank you.